Peace, family. I was just told, ye of little faith. I have little faith. Well, increase my faith. I want more faith. I believe. Help mine unbelief. And if I just had faith as small as a mustard seed, I could say to this tree, be uprooted and cast into the ocean. But let's not uproot a tree. Let's talk about a mountain, right? What's up, Natural Angel? I just made some videos yesterday. Like, the fucking jungle is a pretty scary place. What's up, family? Do you want to jump live on with me? Anyone want to go live? Because I do have faith. I do believe that the universe will take care of me. But then after seeing a fucking video with the guy peeling, trying to get like a little piece of food in the jungle, it gets me thinking, like, how much food is really out there? Because Babylon has spread throughout the whole entire world. And I don't want to be in a place that doesn't have any fucking food. Now, I was told that the food is just falling off of the trees, and it is in an abundance. And it is a perfect climate. So I have it in my mind that I need a plot of land, and then I have to be the one to actually plant that food. I don't want to be just walking around in the fucking jungle with a backpack with nowhere to go. Because I believe, like, we'll fucking die. If we don't have anywhere to go in the jungle, we'll end up fucking dying. Like, it's very harsh conditions. Like, if that video that I saw is correct. I just had it in my mind that there was nothing to worry about. And then I'd be able to just put a tent on the ground. I just want to put a tent on the ground so I could stay grounded. But the fucking video tells me, well, snakes might go underneath it, so it has to be up off of the ground. And people are getting malaria and shit. Like, I'm down to build. Like, just like from going from cooked food to raw, it's a slow process. And like, I know the universe will take care of us, but by take care of us, do we mean like how Nature Boy received $300,000 as a gift and he didn't even know who it came from? Because every one of his videos, I saw him, he's in a house. Like there is a foundation. That is the headquarters. And I had this vision in my mind of having a castle, right? And it's like a castle for the whole entire family. But then we sleep on the land. We sleep in tents so that we're grounded to the earth. And then what we do is plant. We plant the fucking food. Because like I said last night, I want to eat an orange again. I haven't had a good orange in so long. It's hard to find an orange with seeds in it. I don't trust anything out here. That's why I want to be able to plant my own food. But it's not just about me, I understand that. And I believe that I am able to compel other people to get the fuck out of Sodom and then come live in the community. Come live for free. And we don't have to be slaves anymore. The door is wide open and the promised land is right there. And I believe it. But like, maybe I should just start asking. Like, what I'm really seeking is a donation to get a plot of land. And then once that land is bought, then I could plant my own food. And then, well, food for the community, right? I just don't want to get lost in the jungle. Like, I had it in my mind that, like, it's just, I just saw, like, all these fruit trees all over, and then you could walk around barefoot, and you don't, like, people do step on snakes, but you're going to be able to fucking see them, obviously. So just look down and make sure you don't step on a snake. And I had the impression I wanted to be butt naked in the jungle because my skin is an organ. I wanted to receive all the UVB light that I can. I don't know. I need to see some more videos because, like, that jungle survival video, it was very discouraging. It's an intense video. Guys, like, hacking shit with the machete, just fucking trying to survive. And then he found, like some little crawfish. And then he ends up making a little fire. And then cooking these crawfish and shit. And then you're telling me that there's no fruit trees around you? How do you go live with... What is this? Let's see. Trying to go live. I have faith, okay? I just need you to increase my faith. I need my higher self to increase my faith. And what I would say to myself is, Lord, I believe. Help mine unbelief. Hey, what's up? I am that I am. Increase my faith.
Oh. Please, bro.
What's up, fam?
Got a thing when we go to the tropics, we're not going to be flying straight into the middle of the jungle. It's going to be a slow process of easing our way into a self-sustainable life. Like, there's no real plan. We're just going to go with flow. Like, we don't know we're going to meet. Universe will put people in his way that we might find someone who's got some land or something. You know what I mean? So don't take it too literal. We're not actually going into the jungle. It would be nice to do it, but it's what's the word for it? It's unpractical. Just to go straight there. We don't know nothing about the jungle. We need to get acquainted with locals first and get acquainted with the land first and ease his way into it. Like I said, don't take it too literally. Slow process, bro.
Okay.
Like that video that I know what video you're talking about. You're talking about the Ray Mears video, yeah.
Yeah, because
the guy, he's in the middle of the jungle, like.
Yeah, Libra Emotion sent it, and then I was at work, and then I watched it. I'm like, holy fuck! Like the guy's like just trying to survive, and I'm like, I didn't get that impression. I'm like, it's a fucking paradise. If you're dropped in the middle of the jungle, you're good. There's fruit everywhere. There's an abundance of water. And then, like, I didn't see any problems. And then this guy is just like, yeah, I'm like thinking, I need a dude like that, like, walking around with us. Like, make sure this guy knows what's going on. Like, see, I don't know nothing. He's, like, taking a little clicker and stuff. And then I'm thinking, I don't know how to use one of those.
No. Yeah, don't take it too literal. Like I said, we're not going straight into the middle of the jungle. Like, we'll be on outskirts, if anything. We'll find a bit of land that's and a nice open plot of land. You know, we wouldn't know how it's going to come about, but this is what we need to find out. We go there about and we'll take the opportunities. Something like this, you just prepare and then just jump into just what count on faith and see what happens, see what you meet, see where we end up.
Yeah. I hear you, because I believe, like, once we're broadcasting over there, people are gonna want to watch, because we command attention. We're actually exodusing, leaving fucking Sodom to start our own world. Like, people are gonna want to watch, and then I'm able to just be like, hey, you and me right here, get the fuck out while you can. Come on, it's free. It's free to live. Like, I've just been a slave for so long, and I see the vision, and I'm down with it.
Yeah, of course, man. Like, we've all got an end goal in mind. Well, personally, my end goal, which I think everyone else's, is just to have a little plot of land. It's going to be self-sustainable. We're going to grow fruit, but we're not going to be too far into the jungle. But we're going to be far from the city. It's going to be in between. So if we need to go city, if we need fruit from market, because think trees are going to take, well, I don't know, like a couple of years to grow or whatnot. I'm not too informed.
Fruit takes years till they start. It takes like a lot of people seem to think that we're going to just simply grow food. Like, what you got to understand is when you plant a seed, especially a fruit tree, it doesn't matter. Varieties can differ, but as a common rule of thumb, it's going to take at least 4 to 5, maybe even 6 years till these specific trees will even produce fruit. You know, and even when they eventually do start to produce fruit, they will be very immature and not very edible. It takes years and years until a tree or a plant establishes itself well enough to be able to produce large, sustainable fruits. It's a long drawn out process. So my whole idea was that high ground would be the best because the soil is well drained. You get running water, which runs directly from the mountains. It's the cleanest. It's not close to the city. You're a lot closer to the sun. So, the crop, that's just good for the crops in general. And obviously, you can clear a plot of land and it's more out of sight. It's more out of sight because obviously when you're on lower ground, you're more susceptible to flooding and having your crops ruined and stuff. So high ground. I mean, you've got to look at the way, if you look at the Jamaicans, the way people live in Jamaica up in the mountains, like the Rastas and the raw food Rastas and stuff, most of their crops, their way of living is in the mountains, and it works. It works, you know what I mean? It works, whereas the low ground has to be maintained more because it's more susceptible to rain and environmental issues than up in higher ground. Higher ground is always a priority. And also, we need to have a place where there is already abundance of fruit growing to some extent. But what you've got to remember is you've got to know the seasons of this country, and the seasons and the way the cycle works in that specific country during the seasons. When you have taken all the bananas from one tree or another tree, they are not going to be there. You have eaten them. They're not going to come back till the next season. It's a very, very, it's a very serious thing. More than likely, same as true veganism just said, more than likely we'll be surviving off markets and stuff until we find a way to sustain ourselves long term. Right now, what we need to focus on is getting out of Babylon and making the first step out there. We need to worry about all this shit later on, because we don't want to expend our mental energy on things that don't really need to be discussed right now, So it cannot be foreseen. So right now, we need to all focus and encourage each other to get our equipment together, exchange ideas about the equipment that we're going to take, and all get in that group mentality of preparing. Yeah. Because ideally, what we need to do right now is prepare. Yeah. Prepare for getting there, not for the future. You prepare for the future when you get there. So yeah.
Okay, I hear you. It's just a matter of trust, and it's like the way will be provided if we just take that step forward.
Walk in faith. Yeah, walk in faith. Even if even if we went out and failed, and someone picked up where we left off and did it correctly, then that's our job done. Like, this is what I mean. You can't see that far. We don't know where it's going to go. We just move in. As long as we're going in the right direction, nothing else matters. It's going to be hard. It's going to be a long process, but do you know what I mean? It's a divine cause.
And another thing, Jory, what you got to bear in mind is the information that you have right now. Okay, don't share this information with friends or family, because these people are so ingrained in their lifestyle. They have been raised this way since seed. Okay, this is all they know. There is nothing that you can do or possibly say to make them think any differently about it. They're always going to be stuck in the same mindset. So don't try and change them, because anytime you mention anything like this, okay, you are just going to aggravate yourself, because it's going to cause conflict. They're going to call you crazy. They're going to say you're stupid. They're going to say that you're talking shit, and you're going to get angry. You're going to get very stressed out. You're going to start to feel alienated. So the best thing that you can do right now is stick to talking with us. Don't share too much. Don't tell them about what you know, okay? Keep it to yourself. Know what is true, and speak to people who you know, who understand the truth. Focus on getting out, because as soon as you start to give them ammunition, they're just going to start firing at you all the time. They're going to call you crazy. They're going to say you can't leave Babylon. They're going to keep you in Babylon. This is what they're going to do. You need to detach from these people, because they will keep you here if you allow them to, bro. So keep that in mind. They do not see the world. Nothing you can do to make them see it any differently.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe that too, because like I'm on a completely different level, and I didn't just wake up one day and then start drinking Fiji, and then like I am going through the transition of I want to be on completely raw vegan diet, and like I didn't just come to this level of consciousness. Like, it's been a long fucking journey.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I have been isolated. I've been by myself for a long time. Like, even at the jobs. I sit in a box at a retirement home. Like, I'm by myself all night. And then I can actually make videos when I'm at work. And then my last job, I'm driving around in a truck like no one's there. And then when I'm home, no one's home. So it gives me plenty of time to think. And then I just, being connected to YouTube, it can really start changing your character and then the way you think. And like, you would have asked me what I wanted, like last year, I would have said a mansion and a red Lamborghini Diablo that says Jory Richard on it. But then, like, my mind just, I like this quote from Alan Watts. He says, I want the same thing that you want, and I don't know what you want. And it's like, I just looked at my life like, what the fuck do I want? I don't even know what I want. Like, my mind just keeps on changing. I want this, I want that. And then I come across you guys, and like, I believe it. Like, I'm on it.
Definitely, bro. But just like Libra said, as long as we stay bouncing off each other and we talk to each other like true and peace, and keep your mind a healthy pace. Don't try and rush yourself, and don't try and.
It needs to go to the forest, and it needs to sit.
Yeah, spend some time alone in forest. Have you got a forest near where you live?
Yeah, I'm in Chicago, Illinois. It's cold as fuck out there. There's snow on the ground out there right now. It's horrible. I just keep on telling everyone over here, I'm like, this climate fucking sucks.
Yeah.
And then everybody agrees with me. Everyone's like, yeah, Brian, you're right. I've been just like going off and telling people how it is.
But this is what I mean. Just focus on on preparing yourself for what we're going to be doing. Take as much time out as you need to go for even if you're just spending like a couple hour at the forest. As long as you're on yourself and you're with the trees and you're hearing birds and you've got time to think clearly about things and you're not picking up anyone else's thoughts, anyone else's sick thoughts. No, you need to have a clear perspective at all times.
I know. I'm a Gemini, so my mind is going in like 100 places at once.
Yeah.
And then like I've been learning all my signs too, and like I believe a lot of them are like what you call like debilitations. But then like I just look at it as like once I overcome it, then I become unstoppable.
Yeah, that's like squares and aspects. The aspects are there for you to look at, recognize a problem, and then when the problem occurs, you can think, oh, that's just me, and then change your mind to better the problem. It's like, so the problem's in, you can see the problem, you can change that. If you can't see it, you can't recognize a problem, how can you change it?
I know. Yeah, so I guess the only way to really find out like what the issue is, like it helps me to just talk and then vent out everything. And then like I really start tapping into my subconscious mind when I start studying what I was saying.
Yeah. But like I said, don't try and rush yourself, and take your time. I see that you take things very seriously and literally. I see you're very serious about things. So watch what you gain your energy to.
To put that seriousness into looking at what you're going to take with it.
Yeah. Think about what you're going to need when we go, and think about the best things to take. Put your energy into that. Don't let your mind scatter. Keep your mind focused on one thing if you can.
What kind of backpack was that?
You want preferably at least a 60-litre Bergen, like a hiking backpack of at least 60 litres. You're going to need a very thin sleeping bag, but for now anyway, I will send you a list of some things that you will need. But also look on YouTube. Get some fruit and stuff and chill out. Maybe on a night. Put the watch some things on YouTube about prepping for Costa Rica. What people are taking. And get into and get an idea. Also, don't just think about the essentials. Think about you as a person, about your personality, things that you may want to take because that's who you are as a person. That's going to benefit your little world and how you see things. Because everybody will take little things that they find essential to themselves. You know what I mean? There's essentials, and then there's things. You see what I'm saying anyway? So try to put your energy into something that is more practical, such as preparing your backpack, things that you're going to take. Look at different tents, the quality of the tents, how waterproof is the tent. Start getting your mind into these things and focus on that. Focus on those.
Yeah, fuck all the bullshit, man. Just don't pay no attention to bullshit and fuckery. Just keep your mind on what you need to be focused on, and always take time to just always watch yourself. Watch your thinking patterns and think how your mind has to change when you change your environment. Prepare your mind for the big change that's going to be happening. Like I said, when we go to the tropics, we're not going to be going straight into the jungle. So don't think of it that seriously, but prepare yourself for the change of climate. Because and it's still a change, no matter how big or small. It's a change. So always prepare yourself. Like True says, take a few days out of your week, just go camp in a forest alone, and just get used to the elements with no phone and just being on yourself. Hey, what you need? You can't camp cold as fuck. If you've got a decent sleeping bag and you're in a tent, you won't be cold. And you've got an airbed that keeps you off the ground, you won't get cold.
So, what I was looking at was one of those solar charge kits to plug my phone into.
Yeah.
So I can charge my phone.
Yeah, we're getting one of them.
I was just gonna buy it's like $90.
$90.
That's like my main concern. I need to be able to film when I'm over there.
Is bucks dollars?
Huh?
Is bucks dollars? Is it?
What?
Is $90 $90?
$90, yeah.
Oh yeah. So what's that, like 70?
$90 is about 65, 70 quid. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that'll be a good quality one then. But this is things that you need to be looking at as well. Just look at equipment. Detach from shit that's not healthy for you.
And sell your shit.
Yeah. If you got any useless shit, just sell it. Just fucking get rid.
Go on eBay. If you've got any old shit that used to mean something to you, sell it. And this is also a very good practice, because when you go to sell it, you will be no matter how advanced you think you are in detaching, you will hesitate to sell it. And by experiencing this, you'll realize that you're actually still very attached to things subconsciously that you didn't actually realize before. And so when you actually have the courage to detach from those things and actually sell them, you realize how meaningless they actually were, and you actually you will gain your power back, because that's how Babylon works. The more attachments you have to things, the more material things you have, the more power away you take away from yourself. So when you sell the possessions that you don't no longer need, you will get your power back, and you not only will you have money for equipment to take with you and to buy things such as tents and whatnot, you will also feel very empowered that you are no longer a bitch to your objects that you have in your fucking in your house and shit.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, man. But
I got a lot of shit here.
Yeah, get it all gone, bro. Get it all sold. Not saving. No. We're selling our things. Just get it gone. If it's useless and it's money that you can be using to buy equipment, get it gone. Get it gone. We're not staying here. Nothing here is going to be useful for us. Get it gone.
Yeah.
Trust me.
I know. Yeah. I hear you. Look at this. I got a microphone here. I never even use that mic. I never even use it. I have a camera that I don't even use right there.
Get it all gone.
I got shit. I know what you mean. It's just sitting there, not doing anything with it. And then I got all these books. Can open up my own bookstore.
all useless stuff, man. If it can be used for a good cause, like we are doing now, like buying things and that, just get it gone. It's not needed. Whatever you can use, you know what I mean? Use it. But
I hear you.
We've got a few months still, so just work on bettering yourself, work on gathering your equipment, and let's just all prepare for what we're going to fucking embark on. Because it's going to be mad.
I got you, bro. I'm glad that I went live and I talked to you, because I get a bigger picture of what's really happening.
Yeah.
As well, I know we all do is we get very complacent in the idea of leaving, and what we have to remember is that we are leaving, because what you got to remember is we only know of the city that we are born in and our home, which is essentially our bedroom, and that's where we spend most of our time. We do most of our thinking and interact with most of the people that are fucking basically idiots. So idiot in the way that they think. So you got to remember that you are going to leave at the end of the year, you are leaving your home forever. You are leaving your family forever. And you are going to live at the other side of the fucking world. Like, you gotta get serious. Like, you gotta plan shit, bro. Because this is serious. Like, we are leaving to live at the other side of the world. Like, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Like, make sure that you're prepared. Prepare yourself mentally. Get rid of all your attachments. It doesn't matter how small something may be. You'll be surprised how attached you can be to something. Like last night, I took a picture of 16 Xbox One games to sell on eBay, but I kept the Assassin's Creed game because I was attached to the Assassin's fucking Creed game. When really, the Assassin's Creed game has no value to my fucking life. It just controls me. Objects fucking, they control you. They manipulate your mind. So anything that has no value, just fucking sell it, bro. Just get the fuck rid. And the more shit you get rid of, the clearer your mind becomes, and the more focused you can be on the task at hand. You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah, man.
I know what you mean. And there is shit. Just thinking. I know that I am attached to shit.
Yeah.
Like in my basement, I got all these Star Wars figures that I used to collect when I was young. Like, there's no fucking way that I'm selling those. I can't sell the Star Wars figures.
You can. Get it sold, bro. You can't be attached to these things. You're going to be leaving it.
You will laugh. When you have sold them, you'll most likely laugh out loud, right? Of how fucking silly you was at the fact that your life was controlled by a piece of plastic. You will feel so liberated. All these, believe me, I make it sound like it's easy. I have done a lot of detaching, and so I speak like it's easy. I have gone through a very hard time detaching from all my shit. I have cried. Believe me, I've been fucking depressed. But when you salt them, you will feel so much better. Believe me, you'll feel so much. I'm not trying to convince you to sell your shit. Like, that is not my mission.
Yeah.
Like, you sell things when you feel ready that you are ready to sell them. You know what I mean? But all I'm saying is, at some point, getting rid of some clutter. If you need the money, if you don't need the money, if you want to donate them, you want to give them to a sibling, that's up to you. But if you need some money and you're struggling, just sell any old shit that you don't need. Just get the fuck rid of it. Just fucking get rid of it.
Yeah, and the things we say, don't take them too literally. Think about what we're saying, and think about, does it make sense to you? Like, I'm just a man. He's a man. You're a man. None of us are better than each other. We've all got little niggles that we need to work out, and we've got things to learn from each other. So when anyone ever tells you something, if it rings true to you, keep it. If it don't, let it go. Let it go. But if you ever want to talk and come on live and you've got something to talk about, just go live and I'll jump in, Libra will jump in, Tutwill, Divine, all these people will jump in. We're all here to help each other. And this is what we need to start doing.
I hear you. Yeah, I'll go live. I love going live. You're really glitching on there a lot. Hopefully that gets fixed or something. Or like,
Yeah.
Is it always like a connection like that? Because you've been like freezing and
Really? It
freezing
doesn't
like
normally
crazy,
freeze.
man.
Nah, it doesn't normally freeze. No.
No.
That's just temporary. But I'm gonna jump out live now. So if anyone else wants to jump in, jump in. But if you ever want to talk, just come live and I'll jump in if you want me to. If you've ever got anything to talk about.
All right, hell yeah. It's good talking to you.
Yeah, man, of course. Right. Peace, bro. Let's do it.
Peace.
Yeah, it's
Peace.
good talking to Libra too. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. That's what I wanted. All right, peace, family.